What's going on, dudes, and welcome to another episode of Gaming Online. Today we're going to be doing a podcast, and my name, as always, is Richie, or you may also know me as my internet alias, Ink Millie, and I'm here with all my partners in crime.
Generico from CJ After 5.
The Fur from Go.
Moses from Dante GX8.
Where am I?
So basically, Microsoft is having a change of hearts, and they're actually looking away from the DRM, always online connectivity, use game policies, and region locks. And this has been a turn point of events that I haven't seen for quite a while now, ever since Sega and the Dreamcast and the Nintendo Warfare and everything else. I haven't seen something like this, but we have seen it now, and it's going on. It's just a rumor. This rumor surfaced in giantbomb.com, and then Game Informer did a report on it, and then us on Gaming Online, we did a small report, but now we're doing a podcast because this is actually a pretty important thing. If Microsoft does this, it can mean a lot of things for the Xbox One, and I think one of the best people to actually speak about the Xbox One is Moses.
Okay, I'm gonna say it like how it goes. If they're going to do this move now, they might redeem themselves after all the horrible bad press they've gotten lately. Since before E3, because since E3 was killer for them, they had no rep. But if they can actually admit to their faults and say, hey, alright, we played a bad game and you guys didn't like it, but we want to sell our console, so we're going to have to do these changes, then maybe gamers will point an eye back to them saying, you know what, they recognize they did it completely wrong and they're going to scrap it just so we can play their console. That would be great. But since this is a rumor, and since I've seen all the dick moves that Microsoft has done in the last month and a half, I have to say that if they don't do this, their time in the console business is done. It's game over.
The thing is that I was actually talking about this with the third actually yesterday. We were actually talking about this, and I did the article on Gaming Online, and I explained that if they plan to do this, there's two things in game right now. There's two things going on that may or may not happen. Number one, if they plan to look away from the DRM, look away from the always online connectivity and everything else, is there going to be a delay for the console so they can fix this? Is there going to be a delay for 2014? Or do they have exactly enough time to actually do it before November? And the second thing we're looking at is that even if they do it, they already pissed off so many fucking customers, it's not even funny. People already pre-ordered the PS4 so many goddamn times just because they were butthurt with Microsoft. So if they actually plan to do this, will it make a difference? That's the question here.
In reality, I don't think so. No, really. But in perspective to them and their business, it might.
Okay, well, I think at the having to remove DRM, to be honest, I don't know very much about the whole console, how the console works. But you saw from SimCity that pretty much a guy hacked it, and what he did to remove DRM, he just deleted 2 codes. So I think it shouldn't be that hard for them, and they can actually do it, but they were trying to shove it down our throats. So I imagine that maybe they do have time to actually remove it if they wanted to. But like you said, they
The thing about this thing is that maybe what you're saying about the codes, yes, that's true. That you can basically get rid of something on a console or on a software. You can actually get rid of that by deleting codes or adding codes to the same thing. The difference between adding codes and putting codes and getting codes and codes, the thing about this is if they enter post-production or they have actually produced consoles already, this is gonna make a difference because those consoles are already made. Those consoles do have the codes inside it.
Yeah, it's like they heard us and they said like, yeah, we're gonna change that. The customer might be happy with it, but I do agree. And if it makes it possible, it'll be a buy for everyone because the console has a lot of things to offer, and it's a very good console, excluding the DRM and used game things.
And like I told you, like there's still people that are being butthurt about all this, and there's still people that mad. I'm one of those people that I'm still kind of mad that even if they do this, I already made a decision. There's already thousands of people who have already pre-ordered the PS4, and now Microsoft, after all this, Microsoft decides to do this. Like they already pissed off customers. Like that's the worst dream of anything. If you're a YouTuber, if you're an artist, if you're a company, the worst thing you can do is piss off your fans. That's the worst thing you can do. And they already did this. There's already thousands of people who have pre-ordered the PS4 and not the Microsoft Xbox One. So even if they do this, because this is just a rumor, even if they do this, would it make such a difference? Is Microsoft dead already, or does it have a chance for redemption? That's what I'm saying.
If it does change the DRM and the used things, it will have a chance, because there's a lot of Xbox fanboys around the globe that prefer playing first-person shooters on Xbox, because the first-person shooters are usually designed with the control scheme of the Xbox. So people do choose the Xbox for their preferred console and main console. That was in the case of the Xbox 360.
Yeah, to be honest, I actually prefer that controller. And you know, I actually saw they made the controller for the PS4 with the joystick on top, like an Xbox controller. So it was like, there you go, here, move. So that was kind of a, so now you can even do that. You can even use that controller and play normally on your PS4. So I think a lot of people will be more than happy.
As Call of Duties were designed for the Xbox 360, then ported to the PS3. So it would make sense that PS3 and Sony make that kind of decision in that way, because there's a lot of first-person shooters that are coming to those consoles eventually. Like the release date, the pre-day one release for both of the consoles include Battlefield 4. On the PS1 includes Killzone, and you know, it would be a little unexpected if you don't see a lot of shooters when that control scheme has been changed.
I think the control scheme is actually, what you guys are saying is actually true, because when you see when you go to a Nintendo console, you expect something different, and we saw something different with the gamepad. But when they showed the Game Pro controller, which I have because it's actually a lot better than the gamepad for playing on more competitive games, the Game Pro controller for the Wii U, it's exactly like an Xbox controller. The only thing is that it doesn't have the one analog on top and one analog on the bottom. It actually has both of them on top. That's the only difference, but it's exactly like an Xbox controller. So I do think the control scheme actually makes a difference, like you guys said.
I do hope
definitely.
that the Xbox rises up, because there's a lot of people that used to play on Xbox 360 and they were very disappointed by the news of Microsoft. And the Xbox is not a bad.
I'm one of them, honestly. I'm very disappointed on what Microsoft has taken turn of late. I am very disappointed on their decisions and their attitudes, because I love the Xbox. I love the Xbox Generation 1, since, you know, the Xbox One thing. So, yeah, that's a horrible name. I wish they changed that too. I hope they just delay the whole console, honestly.
I don't think delaying the console would be such a good idea, but like I said, if they need to delay it just to take away the DRM and those things, I think we might have to see a delay, because if they already entered production on that manufacturer, we have to see a delay so they can actually change things with the other consoles that they already produced. So
Yeah.
we might be able to see a delay, but that delay will be actually bad for them.
One more thing that I noticed, that the Xbox is overpriced in comparison to the PS4 just because it includes the Kinect. Sony didn't include the PSI, because I was searching for the Amazon article and it just includes the controller charger and the PS4. and that was a strategic move. So the PS4 doesn't rise up to that level. So you can buy the PSI separately, but the thing is
the PSI is
that
only $60, man.
exactly. But the thing is that the Kinect it has to be connected to the controller. Yeah, I read that. To the controller, it has to be connected to the controller so that it may function and turn on the Xbox One. So it's kind of obligatory to have the Kinect by now. So I don't think they will be changing that because there's a lot of controllers right now.
I know.
Nintendo did with the Nintendo Wii U that you need to have the little sensor bar so you can actually play. You can play the Nintendo Wii U without the sensor bar, but for games like Zombie U that you need to move the gamepad so you can aim with the sniper rifle, and you get with games that you actually move the gamepad to do movements and stuff like that, you actually need the sensor bar. So
Okay, breaking news. Now Xbox has just posted this. We at Xbox love games. More importantly, we at Xbox love gamers. Today we announced changes to Xbox One and how you can play, share, loan, and resell your games exactly as you do today on Xbox 360. Also, an internet connection won't be required to play offline Xbox One games. We look forward to gaming with your years to come. So, it's official from Microsoft right now.
They were finally men enough to admit they sucked ass, so I'm happy.
Whistle.
Sell out in a podcast, in a gaming online podcast. This happened on a gaming online podcast. Breaking news and everything. This is legit right here, ladies and gentlemen. So if you haven't liked, go gaming online our page. If you haven't liked, if you haven't subscribed, I would really suggest you do, because this happens every single time. We get it first. We get it first. Gaming online, we get it first. That's our slogan.
Yes.
Thank you very much. This was breaking news. So Microsoft did, after all the shit that is going on ever since E3, ever since the Microsoft conference, Xbox, Microsoft did redeem themselves. They do have a second chance. I hope they take it, and it's already done. No DRM, no always online connectivity, no use game fees. It's done. Microsoft has redeemed itself. Now, one thing is away. We need to know what gamers think about all this. But one thing is certain, the Xbox One now has a chance of survival. So this is actually great news. Thank you for being here. Thank you for actually hearing us talking about games. And if you haven't subscribed to our channel, go ahead and subscribe. Like our video, go to the Facebook page, Gaming Online, facebook.com/Gaming Online page. You can like our page right there. We get a lot of news daily. Daily we post updates and stuff like that. And thank you so much for being part of Gaming Online. Share this video with every Microsoft fan out there, because this is a day to remember. So thank you for watching. My name is Richie, or you may also know me as my internet alias Ink Millie, with my partners in crime, John Erico from CJ After 5, Moises Rodriguez from Dante GX8, and Domingo Santiago, actually from the page known as The Third, who is actually at this right moment writing the article to post on Gaming Online. So thank you very much for watching. See you guys next week, or whenever we have the opportunity to actually record something. And that's it. Goodbye, gamers. Love you.